Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to your occupants pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. Back with another lesson. It's going to be an article. And you can see the title on the screen. It says, all children will have to take that zombie juice in Costa Rica. Right? You got a picture of a lady getting it. In the top of this headline. So I'm bringing this out because this thing, as you know, is an agenda, a worldwide agenda, and I really do believe that this thing is linked to you know who, the MOB, spoken about in the book of Revelation. That's why it's a worldwide agenda, an event, and they're requiring children who, when you look at the actual, well, their numbers, I'll just put it that way, has such a small sliver or chance from catching and dying from this that it's unbelievable that they would roll this out where you have the chances of side effects, you see. And coming from a brother that knows what's going on, that's in the so-called healthcare field, right? That's a part of the camp. He was telling me that he's been seeing an uptick in young teenagers, young kids, right? That's been suffering all kind of heart problems and heart failures. Now, a lot of these things are not being reported for what they really are. And this is a very serious brother that told me this. So, like I said, this thing is all an agenda. It's really meant for, like I said, to get people in order. They wanted a division. On top of that, they want the chaos so they can bring their special brand of order, which is going to lead to that beast system. But at the end of the day, they want full body control. All right? So it's this, and then we know what's coming next when this thing go completely cashless. But it says Costa Rica has become the first nation in the world to make the zombie juice mandatory for children. Parents face sanctions and potentially force juicing of the kids if they don't comply. You see, and Esau Edom runs all these Latin countries. All right. It says the zombie V has been added to the list of childhood juicing obligatory under the law. The nation's health ministry announced on Friday the National Juicing and Epidemiology Commission has declared this jab against the Crown Royale to be mandatory for all minors under 18. You see? So they always setting a new precedent. You don't have any so-called long-term studies and numbers of what this thing is going to do. But guess what? You're making it mandatory. And if the parents don't get it, guess what? They're going to get punished or have sanctions on them. It says parents in Costa Rica might face unspecified sanctions if they do not juice their children against the zombie V starting in 2022. If Costa Ricans refuse to get their children against the diseases as measles are part of the compulsory program, they are reported to the health ministry, according to the local media. The ministry then initiated a special legal procedure for the minors to get the zombie juice or get any kind of juice without their parents' consent. So that's the next frontier, man. You don't own your child. You don't get to give consent. The powers that be, the state, are taking over. And this is, I guess, another article. Chicago schools closed for Zombie Juice Day as NYC pay kids to get it. So, hey, they pushing hard, man. They are pushing this thing extremely hard right now. Let's go into the scriptures. Let's start with, and this is going to be pretty quick. Revelation 3:10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So E is drawing that line. He's separating and registering all the people that don't want to do it and basically boxing them in a corner, man. All right. So the hour of temptation, really going into that MOTB that's in the book of Revelation. This is a prelude to it where you're going to have to make those hard decisions and face those hard choices, man, or risk losing your perceived comfortabilities in this world. Verse 11, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power. So you're going to have to overcome something. For you wacky-tacky Christians, you're not going to be raptured out of this great destruction and great judgment. You're going to have to stand up, right, for the Lord and his son, for Yahweh, all right, whom the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Those are the names in the Hebrew. It says, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, right? You also read about when New Jerusalem cometh out from heaven, right? Meaning the elect are going to receive that salvation, and they're going to be brought back into that holy land. And these fraudulent, false ones over there are going to be put out. It says, which cometh down out of heaven from the Most High, and I will write upon him my new name. And that's not a new name; it's just a refreshed name. All right, which we already have it, which you have to be saved. Even though, contrary to the scriptures, certain Israelite groups go off on the scripture. All right, because you have to have that name to be saved. Let's keep going. Let's go to the book. Let's stay in Revelation. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And that's why this thing is at warp speed. All right, because it'll never be enough. You can have 80% like Israel. They got this zombie juice, and it's still not enough. In fact, you see numbers going up. You can Google ADE, right? Which is, I believe, stands for antibody-dependent enhancement, which is a side effect of that new zombie juice technology. Let me keep going. It says it's unclear whether the same scheme will apply with the zombie juice, but it has been added to the so-called basic list of jabs that include immunized against chickenpox, polio, human HPV. Teenagers over 15 will also be able to get their shots without the need to be accompanied by an adult. You see, the ministry did not mention the minimum age for the zombie juice, only noting that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration Agency authorized the emergency use. So how are you supposed to be a sovereign country and you going off what the FDA say, and you're fucking Costa Rica? Which lets you know, man, all these things are controlled. Esau Edom runs all these countries, man. And if you don't do what they say, they assassinate your leader. They uproot your government. All right. It says the authorities have promised to purchase all the needed juice for children under 12 by 2022. Last month, Costa Rica struck a deal with Pfizer that would see an additional 3.5 million doses delivered to the Latin American nation. At least 1.5 million doses from this batch will be reportedly reserved for minors. So, like I said, it's on. As you see these articles, kids age 5 and up in San Francisco will have to show proof. It's only going to increase. It's only going to get worse, right? And for the ones that don't comply, get ready to suffer some consequences. Let's keep going. Let's end it off in Hebrews. Hebrews 12:2. It says, looking unto Yahweh Shai, the author and the finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. So right now we got to go through and endure certain things in this society, man. All right, things that we deem we know is wrong. We got to stand up and go against, even though you're going to lose certain certain jobs. It may be restricted from certain areas, certain stores, certain buildings, right? And soon, anybody that's not part of E's agenda is going to be an outcast in this world. It says, "For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. Ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin." So the ultimate sin will be that MOTB spoken about in the book of Revelation. But the prelude of this zombie juice and you injecting it, you have to resist that also, man. And endure the ramifications of resisting that. All right? That's the point, man. To stay stay hardened, man. Keep yourself hardened, keep your loins girded, Slakia, and understand that what's the word I'm looking for? Understand that sacrificing the easiness or simpleness of certain things in this life is gonna be needed to keep going and endure this journey, man. Alright? But that's the point. I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and Shalom next time.